Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's topic, don't skip the process of getting back up. First of all, for everybody who was praying for me last week, I missed Thursday and Friday because I was just sick. And so I appreciate all the prayers and people sending me notes and text messages and DMs on different platforms. Thank you so much. I appreciate that more than you can possibly know. And I am feeling a little better. Anyway, today's topic, don't skip the process of getting back up. We often tell people, if you're knocked down, get back up. In full transparency, it's part of one of my speeches. Yep, if you're knocked down, get back up. But what we don't do is we don't talk about that getting up isn't always easy. Sometimes getting up is a process. And we want to help people understand how to walk out the process of getting up. So today, 3 points, really simple. The first step in the process of getting back up is acknowledging what has happened and then going to begin the process. The first thing that has to happen when you get knocked down is you got to say, I'm not winning. We always are like, all I do is win, no matter what. Lies. There are times when I take a L, no matter what. And when you take that L, you down. You have to go and acknowledge. First of all, yep, I messed up. I dropped the ball. I failed. I did not win on this occasion. Doesn't mean I didn't win overall in life. It just means on this occasion and for this task, I got knocked down. If you've ever been in a fight, a boxing fight or a fight in the streets, every now and then you take an L. Everybody's like, I never took an L. You lie. I had many dubs in my fighting days, but I promise you, Anita Capucine made sure I took an L. I had one L, and I didn't want no more L's after I took that one L. I had many dubs, but that one L stayed with me. Acknowledge that you have fallen. It's okay to fall. It's not okay to stay down, because then life starts to trample over you if you just stay down. So the first thing you have to do is acknowledge that you're down and then start to work out the process. The next thing you got to do, you got to understand that falling is a normal part of life. It doesn't mean failure, it just means that if you think you're never going to fall down, then you're not really prepared for life. You've got to understand what it is that you've been through, how you got there, and then while you're down there, you got to learn something from the fall. For example, if you are a boxer and you take a right to your chin and you end up on the mat, you got to understand that the next time they got ready to throw that right hook, you got to learn how to what? Move back. That's a lesson that you can learn and move forward from that. How can you do that? How can you understand better? Seek some feedback. If you failed at work, go to your boss and say, how could I have done that differently? How could I have done that better? If you failed in a relationship, I had to go to someone because I wanted to make sure that the next relationship I was in, I didn't make the same mistakes that I made in the last one. And I said, what need didn't I meet? And he shared. And I made sure that the next one, there might have been another fall, but it wasn't going to be the same fall because I learned from what was happening while I was down there. And then the third one is real simple. You got to take action and decide to move forward. Nothing is gained by us staying on the mat. Yep, taking some action means creating a plan. How am I going to get back up? When I watch boxing, I've watched boxers in their mind going, okay, how many crawls is it going to take for me to get to the ropes? That's a plan. Once I get to the rope, I can get some strength in my upper body to pull my lower body up. That's a plan. Develop a plan. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This is my hard one, y'all. When I'm down, I don't like to ask for help. My sister will tell you, I will sit in my house all alone, eating potatoes for 5 months without ever telling you that I'm broke. I remember when I was younger and I was broke. I ain't tell nobody. I just went and got some potatoes because I was too proud to ask for help. And the moment that I asked for help, can I tell you something? Help was on the way. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Develop a plan, ask for help. Start to focus on your next, the future. What am I going to do next? Every time I've taken an L in life, I've had to say to myself, how am I going to do the next one differently? I remember in 2009, I walked away from a job without a job in hand. When I left, I went and sat on my mentor's couch in her office at Mount Carmel College of Nursing. And I laid there and I cried for an hour. And when I got done crying, she had handed me tissue. She told me it was going to be all right. And when I got done crying, she looked at me and she said, so what you going to do now? I had to put a plan in place and start to focus on the future. And she was like, you're not going to stay here long. You're too talented. Get your next. So I started going after my next. So I had to focus on the future, take some action. My friend Oyama made me get my resume together. He helped me by sending it off to someone. Because I didn't ask for help. He reached out to me and said, how can I be helpful? Let me get your resume and give it to our HR people so they can clean it up so you're ready for your next. And then finally, you got to just practice resilience. Resilience doesn't just happen. The way that you become resilient is that each time life knocks you down, you choose to get back up. Resilience is what comes from bouncing back every single time. It isn't a thing that is tangible. It happens because each time that you're down, you make a conscious choice not to stay down. So today, whatever you do, don't skip the process of when life knocks you down and you take the L. Win again by making the process of getting back up again. Have an amazing day.